All right, it's 6 p.m. ish, and we're gonna prep some Dungeons and Dragons. 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, homebrew, Curse of Strahd, Isekai. Yeah, it's a lot, a mouthful. All right, so what do we gotta prep? What do we gotta work on here? Um, Great question. So we need to make a healing surge cooldown effect. So we'll make that real quick. That's on my post-it note to-do list. We're just going to hit up some random campaign prep that we have to work on. So I'm going to get my, in another window, my general to-do list and work on updating that stuff. And then once we have the general stuff out of the way, we will work on the bigger things that we got to do. Okay, so healing surges, they would be covered under journals. I also want to see if I remember to remove, yeah, I did, the status for honor and sanity, so we got rid of that. And let's see, healing surge, healing surges. There we go. All right. So healing surges, optional rule allows a character to heal up in the thick of combat. A character who uses a healing surge can't do so again until he or she finishes a long rest. That's the language that we need. It's right there. So we're going to go to convenient effects, and we're going to add this convenient effect, and we're going to call it healing surged, and then we'll put the description in. And then we're just going to grab just a symbol that will quickly let us know that they have already received healing. So maybe, I feel like a band-aid would be like the best thing, but I don't even know where we would find that. What would represent a healing surge well? Healing surge icon. Let's see. Images. Healing surge in WoW is a blue circle with a green cross in the center. Alright, works for me. So let's go to my assets. We'll go to token status markers. And we'll go to our downloads. Grab that. There we go. Select. And Dunzos. Alright, so now we have a healing surged. Oh, son of a bitch. I already made a healing surged. Nice. Well, I like this one better, so I guess we'll keep this one, and I'll delete that one. Alright, and then let me see. All games. We need to add CFX for healing surge, and then the language, and then icon in status FX folder. Lovely. It is a shame when you have to do something like 6 times a piece, but you know, you get to run 6 games. It's kind of cool. Alright, so Nightfall has it, so we'll give it a check there. Update Cub invisibility. Alright, so we're going to go over to settings, and we're going to go to condition lab. We're going to scroll on down to invisibility, or maybe it's up. Where's invisibility at? And we're going to go to active effect, and we're going to make sure it doesn't have an effect on, and we're going to make sure that it is set to invisibility. It is, so we can check that off of the Nightfall list. And then vision and senses, I'm leaving that up to the players to decide, so we can get rid of that recurring item. Update tidy sheet NPC settings. All right, so let's see. Tidy sheet NPC settings. So we're going to go to configure settings. We're going to scroll all the way down to tidy sheet. Here we go. And sheet settings and NPCs. And then we want NPCs to always show their traits and always show their skills. And we want to hide the spellbook tab. And I think that'll do it. Save changes. Save changes. Alright. And then I want to do the same thing to my test world while I have it open. Test world's not usually on the list of things to get any kind of special treatment, but when I'm building stuff, I like to be able to see what I'm doing. And having all the spells on one page is very nice. So we're going to go to NPC/vehicle. We'll scroll down. Always show skills. Always show traits. And hide spellbook. Save and save. So we could check that one off the list. Alright. Give Strahd DM Inspiration Daybreak. Well, that's Daybreak prep. Red-Handed Doom, Red-Handed Doom. And that's it on our general checklist. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. So now we need to go to our Curse of Strahd notes. So let's see. Curse of Strahd DM notes. All right. And we'll do like this. There we go. And believe it or not, despite having 3 games, and all 3 games being underway, we technically don't have the whole campaign prepped yet, which is a real bummer. But we're so close. We're so absolutely crazy close. Alright. So, classic, we got to import the wine stones from the compendium. Grab the new spiders. So that's classic. Nightfall. The only thing we have for Nightfall is update and sync up survivor abilities. Sweet. Alright. I think for Daybreak we should also add refresh knowledge of werewolf transformations. For reasons, I don't know. Just, for some reason I think that's probably something we need to do. And then I'll transition this to-do list item from the general list to specifically that list. Alright, so we got Nightfall. Update and sync up survivor ability folders. I don't really know if that's something that we need to worry about. We got survivor abilities right here, and I think they're pretty much what we need. I don't think there's any more. I could check, but I almost feel like we completed this item. Let me go to items, and then would they just be under items, monster features? I don't know. Let's find out. So, survivor abilities. Yeah, I think they're all there, actually. Yep. All right, so that item's actually been taken care of, so we can check that one off the list. Cool. All right. Now, these are quests, so we don't need to worry about those right now. We did the wine stones already, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's go to our prep list. Sweet. Things are going pretty well. All right. Knock on wood. Turn wine stones into magic items has been completed. Carriage stat blocks. All right. Oh, wait a minute. The survivor abilities, we're looking at the test world. Let's go and look at... Shit. Alright, yeah, glad I caught that. Survivor abilities, not up to date. Not up to date. So I'm going to open this compendium up. Caught myself. Alright. And then items shared. Open this up. Bring it over here, survivor abilities. Alright. Popular survivor abilities. include evasion. Con artist is already on there. Cat burglar, bardic talent, alert, lone wolf, and tracker. All right. So what I'm gonna do is save some time. Is I'm gonna delete this whole fucking folder, and then I'm just gonna import this folder, and then I can now consider that checked off. Excellent. All right. Sweet. Let's see. So, continuing. Carriages. So, if we go to our actors tab here, and we look for vehicles, we have a common carriage, and we have common cart, we have common wagon, and we have noble carriage. I feel like that is a pretty decent amount of vehicles to have, but we can go to carts and wagons, and let's see. We'll go ahead and open up some carts again. I don't anticipate them getting vehicles anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how much of a necessity this really is. Let's see. And we haven't had like a cool chase scene with the wagons yet, or anything. It's mostly been like low level. We have cart. We're trying our best. And that's fine. So let's see. Barrel cart is that thing, I think? Is a barrel cart? So that would be there. I guess that's common cart. No, that's common cart light. We need straight up barrel cart. Let me check the folder where these guys live and see what our options are. I guess a barrel cart would be one of these flat boys. Would be a barrel cart. All right. So we'll grab barrel cart and we'll import it. So import stat block, paste, import. And hopefully it's smart enough to make this into a vehicle. Yeah, sure looks like it did. Alright, sheet. Default sheet is tidy. Alright, creature type is a vehicle. So it will be here. So V. Man, vehicle's like such a hard word. Vehicle? There we go. And update. Okay. So it has action stations, barrel release, description. Description has its own thing. Cool. Rolling hazard. All right. So it seems like everything's straight. So let's see. We would want the saddest looking color. So I guess we'll go with this for the barrel cart. Okay. And the dimensions on this is like 2 by 3. So let me punch this in. All right. And then barrel cart sadly has to be linked. And it has to be neutral. And paste that in. And then it's 2 by 3. And then it just bleeds oil. Sure. And it wouldn't have vision. And always on for owner hit points. Alright, that seems straight. So let's drag that guy up into the vehicles thing. Drop him down on the map. And good to go. Barrel cart. Alright. Next up, we've got cage cart. I don't think we got a cage cart. Let me see. Do we have a cart that has a cage? We do. Shit. Okay. That's great. Alright, so cage cart. Gonna grab it. And we'll go over here and import it. Alright. Sweet. I'll go here and I'll grab the cage cart art. Nice. And we'll put that in here. Cool. Prototype token, same deal. It's got to be linked. It's got to be neutral. Punch in the art. Make it tall. Make it bleed oil. And dunzos. Alright, drag one out just to see what they look like. Lovely. Alright. I feel like they'd be a little bit bigger, right? Let's see. No, they say the 7 foot by 4 foot. That definitely looks like 7 by 4 feet. Alright. Combat carts. So a combat cart is a little bit bigger, and it has armored components and all that. Do we have any artwork already that looks like a combat cart? I guess this fucker right here kind of looks like a combat cart. Alright. Or what about these? I can't really tell what those arts are of. They just look really long. I'm going to go with this and pretend that this is the one we need. Alright, so combat cart. Grab it. Paste it in. This one's just been sitting here in the to-do list for a long time. Like half a year. So getting this done will be not very exciting, but it'll be nice to get it done. So there's that. Alright, let's post this in. Alright. And then we're going to go to prototype token. And we're going to link it. We're going to make it neutral. We're going to paste in the correct art. And we're going to make it pretty tall. Bleeds oil. Dunzos. Maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger. We'll do 3 by 5. Nah, I think 3 by 5 is going to be too big. 3 by 4. Let's see what it looks like. Combat cart. Get in the vehicles folder. Please. Please get in the vehicles folder. There you go. And put you down on the board. Hey, that ain't too bad. It definitely looks like it's 9 feet by 6 feet like it's supposed to be. Jeez. 5 creatures can ride on that bad boy. I feel like we kind of have to artificially increase the size here just a little bit for believability. Alright, so we'll go to the prototype and we'll make it 4 by 6. And let's see what happens. Yeah, I think that's much better. Obviously, it's much bigger than large now, but these are vehicle size categories, which are a lot different than creature size categories. So I think that'll work good. Alright, let's keep going. Combat cart heavy, combat cart light. And then what else we got? Scaled cart light. Fuck. Scaled cart is a little tiny. It's basically like a little, one small creature. Oh, it's adorable. I don't think this is ever going to come into play. This scaled cart light. All right, let's import the stat block anyways. All right, import. And let's see. What's the littlest, tiniest thing we could get? Probably this one right here. So we'll grab this. Close it out. Go over here. Put that in. And we need this to be super duper small. So we'll go to prototype. It's neutral. It's linking the actor. Pasting it in. It is 1 by 2. And it will have blood the color of oil. Update. And we'll put in this little tiny baby cart. Here we go. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Okay. I I think for the rest, for common cart heavy and common cart light, let's see. Common cart heavy and common cart light. So we already have common cart light in there. So we just need common cart heavy. All right. And then we'll be done with carts at least. Okay. So import. There we go. And let's see. We need a slightly bigger cart. Maybe do this. Let's see what that one looks like. All right. I think we're gonna run out of variations on these wagons and shit pretty quick. All right. Gonna go to prototype, neutral, link, art. It's gonna be 2 by 4, and then we'll scale it up a little bit. All right, let's see how that looks. Okay. Cart heavy. Oh, that looks really bad. All right, let's see what we can do about it. All right, we will go with 3 by 4, slightly increased in size. And let's see. Here we go. It feels like it's more like a sled. I know it's not a sled, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. So maybe it's because it's too tall. Alright, so I could actually change this with mass edit now, I think, rather than continuing to open that. So let's go with 3 by 3. No, I want it to be wider, I guess. But let's see. What does it say for the size? 5 feet wide, which is exactly what it is. 7 feet. I guess that's all. That's all we got. Okay. All right. So that is carts knocked out. Exciting. Uh, listen. They can't. We can't always be making level 20 gods and shit like that. You know. Sometimes you got to make a wagon. That's just different. There's just different things. You know. All right. So now we're gonna open wagons. Okay. And what do we got for these? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Keep scrolling. Assault wagon. 10 foot by 6. That one sounds fun. Alright, so we'll go ahead and grab this. I wonder if Incarnate... has wagons we could use. Hold on. Incarnate. Alright, we want our exporter. Okay. So get rid of that. And let's see. Wagon. Alright, they got a few wagons here. Oh shit. That was pretty cool. Alright. Let's see. Gotta take the shadow off. There we go. So we'll grab that. And I guess we gotta open up Photoshop. I feel like these will be good for the Vardos. So I get that's useful. Alright. Paste it in. Then we're going to go ahead and delete all this extra stuff. Go. Give it a drop shadow now that we're in Photoshop. Nice default drop shadow. Sure. And then we'll try to tighten it up a little bit. Cool. And we'll save it out. And this will be Curse of Strahd, Wagon, Vardo. 01. If we really cared, we can make a couple of variations on the colors, but honestly, I hope that that doesn't come into play. Alright, so let's go over here. And did I already have a Vardo? I don't. So let's see. Vardo. Here we go. Alright. So we'll grab all this. Import stop lock. Paste it in. Lovely. And then we'll grab our vehicles folder just so that we can add our new vehicle to the right folder. So go here. Grab Vardo number 1. It's one of my favorite things about Incarnate is like snatching things out of Incarnate and using it. Now, admittedly, this Vardo has like the stairs down and the doors open, so it's gonna look a little weird if I hook a horse up to it and have the horse like racing around. But that's future me's problem. So we're gonna go with neutral, and we'll go here, and these are pretty damn big. So we're gonna do a 4x6. See how that looks. And oil, and that. And we should be good to go. Let's drag out that Vardo. Oh, it's so cute. Alright, cool. I say it's future me's problem, but you all know I won't be able to tolerate that. Hold on. Let's see what we could do. Alright. Try to sound like a cool guy. That's future me's problem. I don't care about that. Alright, let's put this in. Put it behind. Bring it down to about there. Alright, and then we just gotta cut away the doors and the stairs. Here we go. Lovely. Don't want to lose these beautiful flowers though. So we'll do a little bit of this. There we go. Lovely. Come over here. Little puzzle piece action. And good. There. So now we have a Vardo that is in action, I guess. So we'll call this Vardo 02. Boop. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright. So let's keep Nightfall awake. Let's head in here. And let's see what we got. Going in here. And we're going to select a new file. Nope. It did not give me an import option. How dare they? Alright, let's go here then. Vardo number 2. Cool. Prototype. Update. Fantastic. Alright. So what other wagons do they have for us over here? Let's check stamps. And we've got... Oh, that's a cool looking wagon. I like that. That looks really nice. Alright. No shadow currently on it. That's great. We'll just go ahead and snip it. Take it over to Photoshop. Get rid of the blue. Add back in the drop shadow. Lovely. Tighten it up. Go. And save. Okay, so this will be Curse of Strahd, Wagon, Miscellaneous. Because I don't know what the hell wagon this is. It's got a little stovepipe chimney, so it's got to be something good. Certainly not a wagon fort, though. Let's see. Is it a noble wagon? Is it a travel wagon? I can see it being a travel wagon. Alright. So we'll do travel wagon. Alright. So paste that in. Import. Travel wagon. Grab that. Alright. Close out of here. Go over here. Travel wagon. Prototype. It's gotta be linked. Neutral. It's gotta have its artwork. And travel wagon is pretty big. So we will do another 4x6 because that looks pretty good. We'll give it oil for blood and we'll call it a day. Let's see how that looks. Travel wagon. It's lovely. Alright. Cool. Okay. Alright. Back over here. And we'll check out our stamps. And what's our other wagon options? I feel like we kind of have these ones already covered, but maybe not. Let's see. That one's kind of cool looking. I feel like that's probably not a wagon anymore, though. It's back to being a fucking cart. And we had carts, like, locked down. Let's see. Take the shadow off. Alright, looking at this. It's not a noble wagon for sure. We don't really need a fire wagon or a ladder wagon. We already have a common wagon. And it could be an assault wagon. You would just, you know, throw ballistas on there and shit. Shielded coach seat. The driver of the wagon benefits from cover from the sides and the rear. I'm kind of seeing that. Protective cabin. Creatures occupying the cabin benefit from full cover. We're definitely not seeing that. Alright. So, yeah, I'm not really feeling it on this. I don't really want to make one either, because I'm lazy. Or at least I'm feeling lazy today. Let's see what we could do. Table. Let's see. We could do something like this. Something where you get the sense that underneath there is still a wagon, but it's also like covered on top. Could work like really well. We had some like iron bands to run down. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. What kind of walls do we have that look like iron? Lava ducts? Frozen lava ducts. Stone wall. Hay roof beams. Actually, that could work really well. Ooh. Yeah. That actually looks like it works pretty good. Okay. And then, let's see. Are the ballistas inside? 4 arrow slits. Drive and steer. Ranged weapon. No, the bliss is like up there on the roof. Okay. And then they got like another covered wagon situation up there. Interesting. And then they got this bad boy right here. That's looking kind of slick. What could we do with this? Not much, I guess. Let's see. Just kind of hang it off the back. Eh. Alright. It's a cool thought. Let's see, what else we got? I think it's Ballista. There we go. Alright, turn that shit around. So that would go like there. Hell yeah. Okay. It kind of needs a platform to be on. So maybe something like this could be kind of cool. And then we'd do something like this. There we go. And then it's got like a little hand crank out the side like this. Alright. So all you guys, all you copper gears, you need to go up a level. Alright. And let's see. You need to move... Shit. I can't remember how to move these guys. I think it's the order that I put them down in, which really sucks. Let's see. You go to the bottom. There you go. And then, oops. You go to the top. There we go. Alright. And then we need like a shield. But we have any sideways shields? Like having a tall shield doesn't really help. Like whose fucking shield's gonna be like set down like that, you know? Like it looks cool as hell, but it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I could put it like that on the front. Okay, that actually does look kind of cool. All right, but that's not really what I needed. So let's see. I guess we will just search without a filter. All right. Okay. So what would be good from the side that sort of looks like shield, but isn't? We got stone, we got treasure. I feel like pirate ship might have something that we need. Pirate sails. We got a fucking barrel back here. Some docks. Let's see. We need something that kind of looks like the top of a wagon, but isn't the top of a wagon. I mean, we're not asking for much here, right? We got these sails. I could kind of sell that. Let's see. This bag? Could this bag look like... Nah, it just looks like a giant fucking bag. Yeah, that's dumb. Alright, hold on. Something that would look like a metal shield on the side. Let's see. Curtains. Wood. I feel like... Nah. Man. Sometimes you're like, maybe I should just draw it. It'd be like faster. I don't know. I feel like that sometimes. Let's see. I know what we could fake it with. We could fake it with these pipes. But then the wheels would look weird. Yeah, never mind. I'll look. See, because if I put the pipe there and I put it all the way to the bottom, it kind of looks like you got like metal plating on the back at least, which is kind of neat. Oh well. Let's see. What else we got? Ooh, this kind of bent ass door might work. Let's see. I think it's just gonna look like a door though, unless we hide stuff. Hold on. Yeah, because that kind of looks like it's more reinforced now, which is pretty cool. Alright, and then what could we put? Wooden cage walls. Yeah, that actually would work really well. Okay, we'll do like that. And then we'll flip that. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. Okay. That looks pretty neat. Alright, so now we just got to get like some kind of tarp going up top. Let's see. Rum barrel. Tent, tarp. Anything at this point, honestly. An orc bed. Wait, an orc table. Could this be it? Could this be what we needed? I kind of think so. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to stick with it. I think that's pretty neat. Alright, so the unfortunate part is that we do have some mad shadows here that we'll have to clean up in Photoshop. I don't really want to turn them off because I like the shadowing that's happening there. Uh-oh, got a message from Dom. Stream game says Dragon's Dogma. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I am not playing Dragon's Dogma. Ah, shit. Alright, hold on. What should I do? I'll just, let's see. Edit. Turn off Dragon's Dogma. Put Dungeons and Dragons. Last night was Dragon's Dogma. My bad. I'm really sorry. Anybody that actually came by for that. Okay. Did you think my willpower was so weak that I would play it when it wasn't Wednesday? How dare you? Okay. So let's go over here and put that in. All right. So that way we keep the shadows that are inside, which is cool. All right. And then we got to work to get these guys cleaned up. There we go. And I think we'll just manually grab this right here, like so, and delete. There we go. All right. So now we'll add a drop shadow to the whole thing, and we'll tighten it up. And there we go. We have created a battle wagon. Sweet. Alright. So, Curse of Strahd. Wagon battle. And on that, I'm going to be done making wagons and shit. Like, this is boring. This should be enough to get us through. So let's take this assault wagon. There we go. And import it. Go. And we'll go here. Choose a file. Grab our battle wagon we just made. Nice. Alright. Ah, cool. There we go. Paste it in. And prototypes. Same as before. It's going to be neutral. It's going to be linked. We're going to paste it in. We're going to go 4x6. We're going to make it bleed oil. And that will be it. All right. Assault wagon. Drag it over. Cool. I kind of want it to be a little bit bigger than that, TBH. It says that it can hold 6. It's pulled by 6 large things, and it's got a much bigger size than that. So, all right. We'll go and use mass edit for this, and we will make it just bigger in like every direction and see what that does. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Alright, and since we use mass edit, it should have updated the proto at the same time. So if we drag out another proto, yep, it's the same size. That is cool. Alright. So let's go ahead. I'm going to just check vehicles off the list now. Bloop. Oh, wait, it specifically says carriages. Fucking A. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Carriages. Alright. What carriages are we missing? Alright. Armored carriage. Noble carriage. Personal carriage. Racing carriage. A rickshaw. A royal carriage. Do we have any carriages? Let's see. Noble. We have a noble carriage. Alright. I kind of feel like we could just build the rest as needed. Because we got carts and everything else covered. We got wagons. And we've demonstrated it's relatively easy, and we have a pretty decent selection of colors and types of wagons now. Yeah, I'm going to say that we've got vehicles pretty much knocked out. So yeah, we'll leave that checked. Okay. So let me go ahead and open up our actors tab here. And I think I have a COSI vehicles thing already. So we'll see if this whole folder will overwrite. So here we go. We're going to do export folder structure to actors shared. We're going to keep IDs and actor stuff, and that should overwrite once it's done. Maybe, maybe, maybe. It's thinking real hard about it. Let's see. Wow, I think it actually just deleted all my actors. Hold on. That sucks. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, vehicles is now empty. So, where did it send vehicles if not to that location? Oh, it put vehicles all the way down here at the bottom. Huh. I wonder why it didn't do the... I mean, it's still there. It's all good. Okay, so next up we've got... let's see... Area Yester Hill. Okay. So let's see what we could do about that. Close all this vehicle shit. Yester Hill is the natural progression after you finish vineyards. Whether or not you're in the right state of mind or body to do vineyards, that has yet to be determined. But let's see what the Yester Hill situation is. There isn't one. Okay, so let me see in our scenes compendium. It's got to load it up. Alright, scroll through all these extra things we don't need. Go to Curse of Strahd. And we've got Yester Hill. So Yesterhill is marked in green, which makes me think I must have done something with it. But we're going to go ahead and import it and see what's going on with it. Alright, I think it's done importing. So let's see what we got. Yesterhill. Alright, so we have overview of Yesterhill. Pretty dope. Okay, then we've got total view of Yesterhill, which is even cooler. Then we have the approach. Oh, that's fucking cool. So then we got the approach, the crossing. Alright, so we probably want the adventure open at this point. So let's see, D&D Beyond. And let's see, sources, adventures, Curse of Strahd. Case of Strahd. There we go. And let's see, Yesterhill. We do have a lovely bumper sticker we made for Yesterhill. The Druids who worship Strahd as Lord of the Land. I should stop saying it like that because then I'll say it in the game. They'll never hear the end of it. This hill is also where the evil blights that walk the Salvage Wood are born, and where Strahd comes on occasion to glimpse his ancestral home. By day or night, stretching up the limits of vision, the edges of my realm are marked by a great wall of mist. I was there at its birth. This is a good book, by the way. It was a good book. The audiobook is, it's alright. The narrator sounds like Brain from Pinky and the Brain, so that made it a little hard to take seriously, but it was still pretty good. The following locations correspond to the labels on the map. Alright, so we're looking at Yesterhill Crossing 1. The trail through the thick woods leads to a hill covered with dead grass and cairns of black rock. Is that... I kind of think I see that in the picture. Yeah, sure. The trail splits as it climbs the hillside, forming two concentric rings. Then there are these berserker cairns. These burial rounds predate the arrival of Strahd and the Druids. They've remained undisturbed for centuries. Buried under the rocks are the moldy bones of ancient tribe of berserkers. See the blood sphere of Kavan. Alright, sounds good. Druid Circle. Atop the hill is a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that collectively form a makeshift wall, enclosing a field of dead grass. Lightning strikes the edge. Let's see. Well, we got lightning for sure. Illuminating a 50-foot statue made of tightly woven twigs packed with black earth. It resembles a towering cloaked man with fangs. I feel like if you could see the fangs, they must have been overly exaggerated. Hidden throughout the field, inside the boulders, are 6 druids and 6 berserkers. This was one of the only encounters I experienced as a player in this campaign, and it was rough as fuck. Let me tell you. They sleep in the earthen graves under covers made of sod and dead grass. They could be noticed with a passive wisdom score of 16. So, you know, most people that actually train their wisdom perception. The druids and the berserkers rise from their graves to attack anyone who approaches or damages the statue, or if they're discovered and attacked. The druids are waiting to begin a ritual to summon forth an enormous tree blight. Only one druid is needed to complete the ritual, but the druids won't begin without Strahd's blessing. Thus, they are waiting for him to appear, blah blah blah. Development. If the druids and berserkers are killed, their numbers are replenished as others return from forays into the Salvage Woods. At the end of each day, at dusk, 1d4-1 druids and 1d4-1 berserkers arrive until there are 6 of each. Wonderful. The Galthius tree, which we have turned into a boss fight, which is pretty fun. Treasure. Wall of Fog. Yesterhill gets its name from a strange phenomenon that can be observed by anyone who looks at the mist. That's where you can see your homeland. Special events. Strahd shows up on Basuphilus. God, what a hard word to pronounce. Alright, hold on. How pronounce?
Bucephalus. Bucephalus.
Bucephalus. Okay, so it is like the STD. That's great. So Bucephalus, he flies in on Bucephalus, and that's all cool. Then they go ahead and they make a kaiju monster, and then we got the Blood Spear of Kavan, which honestly, the stats on that thing aren't great. Do we have such a thing? Spear? Do we have a Blood Spear of Kavan? We do. Alright, the Blood Spear of Kavan. When you hit with a melee attack using this magic spear, reduce the target's 0 hit points, you gain 2d6 temp hit points. Any creature can wield the spear, but only a character chosen by Kavan can gain the +2 to attack and damage rolls. If thrown, it returns to its command immediately after being thrown. I mean, it's alright, for sure. I feel like maybe you could give it the ability to get powered up or something. That might be kind of cool. Currently, it has nothing like that. Let's see what the community, the reloaded community, had in store for the Yesterhill. Alright. No? There's no Yesterhill here? Let's see. It was perfect the way it was? I mean, I'm okay with it if it's perfect the way it was. Oh, no, here's Yesterhill. Shit. Okay. Alright. So, let's see. Yesterhill. Mardikov's plea. If the PCs previously cleared the Wizard's Wine winery, Davian asked them to retrieve the stolen wine gem taken by the Druids to Yesterhill, making it clear that Barovia's wine trade and their livelihood will die if the gem is lost. There could be a Taroka treasure there. There is. For one of the groups. Cleansing the Fanes. If the PCs have discovered the ancient Druidic runes in the Swamp Fane or Forest Fane, or if they've learned the nature of Fanes, they may decide to journey to Yesterhill. I'm not too excited about like the Fanes subplot that the community has come up with, so I'm probably not going to play into it too hard. Alright, so I'm assuming, though, that Benios is into that shit, so we will see what we got. Small stone shrine was constructed centuries ago. At the base of the terrace sits a small ring of standing stone slabs. I'm still not really seeing all this stuff. Let's go to the next map. We got this stone crossing. Oh, that's dope as hell. Alright, is that this map? Oh, there's the stones. Okay. Each of the obelisks bears one of the 3 carvings honoring Rosanna, the Ladies of the Fanes, the Eye of the Seeker, the Tree of the Weaver, or the Wolf of the Huntress. Okay. The Eye of the Seeker, the Tree of the Weaver, or the Wolf of the Huntress. The central slab contains the following passage, written in Druidic runes. Here lies Kavan, the Blood Singer. May his spirit guide us through the trials of the Ladies 3. Man, it sounds cooler and cooler the more I hear about it. It stands above the engraved image with a long spear whose tip drips with blood. If the PCs move past the shrine, and I previously rescued the Wizard of Wines from the Blight, read the following. You hear a whispered, deep voice. Long have I waited, it says, for ones who are worthy. Approach my monument, such that I might look at you. The Chieftain's Spirit. A raven atop the monument is a spy for the Keepers of Feather, but also a servant of the Lady of the Fanes. Its feathers are tipped with tufts of white, and it can also be found in the Swamp and Forest Fanes and Jenny Greenteeth's hut. off the western salvage road. Well, that's good to know. If the PCs have previously saved Wizards of Wine from the invasion, the messenger called Strahd, by those who know it, has already impressed Kavan with the stories of their bravery and prowess. Should the PCs approach the monument after hearing the message, the ghost of the chieftain appears to them, a tall, broad-shouldered, well-muscled man with long dark hair and a pair of bloody handprints upon his chest. One of his eyes is missing, and he bears a gaping, ragged socket in place of where it once rested. He carries a ghostly image of his spear, Bloodsinger, and he's proud and solemn. Kavan greets PCs warmly and thanks them for their service to the disciples of Rosanna, at which he clarifies to be the Mardukov clan. He does not reveal their nature as were-ravens, but does reveal that Davian Mardukov and his kin serve the legacy of the Ladies Three, a trio of archfey-like entities that once ruled the land of Barovia. He can also share with the PCs the following information. The nation of Barovia was once called Sarunos by the Druids, but renamed Delmor when invaded by a race of men called Delmorians, ruled by a cruel tyrant named King Dostron the Hellborn, and again renamed Barovia when Strahd's forces invaded. A great schism split the forest people in the wake of Strahd's invasion, in which a group of druids bitter from centuries of oppression and isolation by the Delmorians guided Strahd to their most holy places in the hopes that his patronage would replace the power that they had lost. Both sides of the druidic tribes claim the title of forest people. Those that oppose Strahd name his servants the Faithless. The Faithless have stolen an artifact of great power from the Mardukov clan, a large gem imbued with the power of the Ladies Three. If Winter Splinter has not yet attacked, Kavan warns the PCs that the Faithless have designs to invoke a ritual of foul blood magic atop the hill that very night. Nice. Likely to strike back against the Mardukov clan in retribution for their failed invasion. He informs them that the ritual will begin at moonrise and adds that the whisperings of ravens have told him that an emissary of the Dark One will be present at the event. If the PCs appear interested in preventing this ritual that night, and it has not fallen yet, Kavan presents them with a choice. Strike in the day before the ritual has begun, or attack at nightfall when the shadows can cloak their approach. The way up the hill is long and taxing, and its trails are patrolled by many warriors of the Faithless. The PCs are discovered. Kavan warns them the enemy will rouse to combat and slay the PCs or drive them away. If the PCs attack under the cover of night, they have a better opportunity to make it to the top, especially as many of the tribe's berserkers will be drawn to the crest of the hill as guardians of the ritual. However, if the PCs wait until nightfall, they risk the ritual's completion. Kavan does not share any further information until the PCs have disrupted the ritual upon Yesterhill or destroyed Winter Splinter in its approach upon the Wizards of Wine. If Winter Splinter has already destroyed the winery, Kavan solemnly asks the PCs to destroy the Galthius tree atop the hill as retribution for the sins of his people. A creature that excavates the area around Kavan's grave finds his bones buried 10 feet beneath the central slab. His spear, Bloodsinger, however, cannot be found there. It was stolen from his corpse by the future leader of the Faithless when Kavan was buried, and is buried beneath that leader's cairn on the 3rd terrace. Jesus Christ. Alright. Geography of the... Somebody really cared a lot about this adventure. Geography of the hill. Yesterhill is a terraced hill of 4 distinct levels. The trail to the top spirals around the hillside and is lined by the ring of stone cairns. Each spiral of the trail climbs 100 feet up the hill, and the entire path, 1.2 miles, can be traversed at a normal pace in roughly 30 minutes. Additionally, a long and jagged slope of rocky, crumbling stone juts up the front of the hill at a steep incline, which can be climbed in just over 5 minutes. Each creature that attempts to must make a DC 12 athletics for each of the 4 terraces they climb, taking 1d6 bludgeoning damage on a failure and drawing attention of any nearby patrols. The trail is safer, slower approach, while a creature climbing the rocky slope can be more easily seen by an onlooker peering over the ledge at the top. Jesus Christ. Okay. Berserker patrols. The path up Yesterhill is regularly patrolled by a number of druidic guards, which travel in groups 1d4+1 berserkers alongside a single druid assailant. The first terrace is always patrolled by a lone pair of watchful berserkers. For each of the 3 terraces that they ascend beyond, roll a d20. On a 10 or above during the day, 17 or above at night, there will be a patrol that must be hidden from or fought. If the PCs are attempting to make their way up the hill in stealth, they notice the sound of an oncoming patrol if any member of the party has a passive perception of 13 or higher, which, hilariously enough, I think 2 of my groups don't have such a thing. Let's see. The PCs may attempt to conceal themselves among the many stone cairns that ring the ascending trail if climbing the main path, or by pressing themselves between the stone crags of the rocky scree if ascending the steeper slope. They succeed in doing so without rousing suspicion if at least half the party succeeds in a DC 14 stealth check made with advantage if the check is made at night. Otherwise, the patrol moves to investigate further and can only be distracted through some manner of spellcraft or trickery. One berserker in each patrol carries with them a large war horn carved from the antler of an ancient dire elk. When that berserker is reduced to half or fewer hit points, they use their action to disengage from battle, retreating 30 feet beyond the front line, raising the horn to their lips, and on the next turn, blowing the horn, for fuck's sake, alerting all other creatures on. I know it's a game mechanic to give them a chance to stop the alarm from being sounded, but who the fuck takes that long to blow a horn, guys? Come on. Once alerted in this way, any other Berserker patrols rapidly converge to the party's location, and the DC of any future dexterity stealth checks is now 17. The patrols attack all intruders without mercy and fight to the death. Yester Hill is a sacred place, and they will die to protect it. Berserker Cairns. Buried 3 feet beneath the soft earth, to the north of an indistinct cairn on the third terrace is Kavan's Spear Bloodsinger. Druid Circle, worth 1,000 words. Map of the Druid Circle. Cool. The rocks that comprise the Druid Circle range from 10 to 15 feet in height. It's a DC 14 athletics to climb them. The lightning strikes strike the tops of these black slippery boulders and not the stone cairns that ring the path ascending the hill. Once the winding path around Yester Hill reaches the top, the trail continues for an additional 200 feet. Oh, baby. Before reaching the stone circle, the entrance to the Guardian's Circle is guarded at all times by 5 Berserkers and 2 Druid assailants. If the alarm is raised by a Berserker patrol lower down the hill, 2 Berserkers and a single Druid assailant peel off to investigate the disturbance. When the PCs enter the circle, read the following. Atop the hill is a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that collectively form the makeshift wall enclosing a field of dead grass. Lightning strikes the edge of the ring from time to time, illuminating a ghastly 50-foot-tall statue made of woven twigs and packed with black earth. The black earth of the ground rises 5 feet above either side of the winding trail, forming a natural ditch that snakes towards a wide break in the stone ring on the opposite side. To the east of the ring, a rough-cut earthen steps lead up to an array of several large boulders that conveniently are placed to push down on top of the druids. Well, that's nice. To the west side of the ring, Kuro Neko 229, you want an opinion? I mean, you can post it if you like. In addition, 4 druid alright, so where was I? The west side of the ring, a set of dirt stairs. To the south, beyond the edge of the ring, a massive dead tree rises above a thicket of gnarled gray foliage. If the PCs arrive the day of the ritual, 6 naturalists and Svarg, the druid elder, are meditating in a semicircle around the statue with an array of standing stones to the west. An additional 4 druid assailants are slumbering beneath the loose earth, several shallow graves, blah blah blah. If the PCs arrive during the ritual, 6 druid naturalists are performing an arcane chant around while Svarg, the druid elder, looks on. 4 druid assailants are gathered in defensive formation around the semicircle. Strahd von Zarevich, mounted on the nightmare Bucephalus, looks on from the southern side of Standing Stones, while Anastasia Karolova stands just beside him. Wow. If the PCs arrive after the ritual has been completed, day or night, the front of the statue has been torn open, leaving only a hollow shell of thick twigs and brambles behind. If Winter Splinter has not been defeated, an enormous dead tree also sits rooted in the ground towards the very center of the ring. This tree is, in truth, the Tree Blight, Winter Splinter, which animates and attacks any creatures that attempt to remove the glowing green gem from its trunk. 3 druid assailants and 3 druid naturalists can also be found slumbering beneath the loose earth of the shallow graves between the muddy boulders to the east. The druids arise from their sleep and attack any PCs who disturb Winter Splinter, or who pass through the semicircle. Jesus Christ. Druid Assailant has exactly the same statistics as normal Druid, but has the following spells prepared instead. The Druid Naturalist has exactly the same statistics as normal Druid, but has these spells prepared instead. The wooden statue. A creature that approaches the wooden statue of Strahd can clearly see an array of thick black roots woven around it into its lower half. The roots continue above ground towards the south side of the ring. A tight wire of bundled roots, 5 feet across, that winds through the southern exit, passes through the grove of dead foliage to the south, and ends at the trunk of the Gulthias tree. Alright, so the Gulthias tree, if he is not overseeing the ritual, Strahd, the Druid Elder, can be found within a cocoon of interlocking roots and branches approximately halfway up the central trunk of the Gulthias tree. That's dope. A creature that inspects Varg's body finds the roots of the tree have protruded thousands of tiny black tendrils into his skin, drawing sustenance from his blood. Should the Gulthias tree be reduced to less than 1/3 of its hit points, it immediately uses its Blood Drain legendary action on Strahd, which drains Strahd of the remaining HP and reduces him to a shriveled corpse. While he's awake, only his torso and lower body are contained within the cocoon, which provides him with an AC of 16. While asleep, his body is withdrawn completely into its interior. He's usually asleep. He awakens the first round of combat. As in the module, the Grove of Dead Foliage is infested with blights. They are replenished by the Gulthias tree each day at dusk. The dense thicket of gnarled trees and brushwood rises to a height of 20 feet above the Gulthias tree, obstructing any view of his cocoon from outside the grove. The vine and twig blights use their false appearance to blend in perfectly with the surroundings, hidden among the thicket, and require a DC 15 perception check to detect. If the Gulthias tree is reduced to 0 hit points, it seems to be destroyed but isn't truly dead. It regains 1 hit point every month until fully healed. Anybody could check with a nature check to determine that you must uproot the entire stump to truly kill the tree. It withers and dies in 3 to 10 days if a hallowed spell is cast in the area, and does so immediately if the mountain fane below is consecrated. 6 feet above the earth, on the north side of the Gulthias tree, lies a knot of black bark that resembles a weeping face. This is the Dagger of the Seeker. I feel like they're playing a completely different game of Curse of Strahd at this point. Like, that's a lot of stuff. Let's see. Okay. So then we got stats for the Gulthias tree, which I wonder how it compares to our Gulthias tree. Alright. Our Gulthias tree has 250 HP and an 18 armor class. There's this 150 with 16 armor class. We got Thorned Branch. We got Plant Camouflage, Spellcasting, and Regeneration. But they have Blood Drain, Roots, a Frightful Presence. I think ours is probably cooler. Alright, and then we've got Strahd, the Druid Elder. And we already have an Elder Druid, so I think we're good on that. So let's see. Druid and Druid Elder. So I'm going to duplicate this Druid Elder, and we'll give them a name, I guess. So here we go. Svarog, the Druid Elder. And we'll go in here. And we'll make it save. And all that seems pretty good. Do we have like another like creepy old man druid? I feel like we had a creepy old man druid. Let me check. Let's see. It might be on our Pinterest board for Curse of Strahd. Let's see. Curse of Strahd Pinterest board. Let's see. We got a bear. We got a bat person. Not really seeing an evil druid. Got lots of vampires. There's evil lady druid that we ended up using. Okay. Let's see. So we'll just type in evil druid. Oh, wow. It could be a goose. That'd be incredible. I wonder if it's at the bottom of my notes, but I think I deleted the picture of the druid. Nope, there he is. Okay, that's who we were going to use. That guy right there. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and grab that. And let's open up, let's see, tokens. Curse of Strahd. There we go. Okay, save it out. Curse of Strahd, Svarog, Druid. And let's see. So we head back. Ah, no, we got logged out of our other game. Oh well. Let's go ahead and grab Svarog. His token. Alright, sweet. And update. I feel like we should give this dude something to make him like stand out a little bit. So let's make him a mummy. That'd be fun. I feel like there's not enough mummies in this campaign. So let's see. Mummy. Mummy Lord. Sure. What are you bringing to the table, Mummy Lord? Besides your weakness to fire, which is a damn shame. There we go. Damage, vulnerability, fire. Let's see. Take that. There we go. Cool. And then what else you got? Magic resistance. Sounds fun. Dreadful glare can cause paralysis. Alright, sounds good. Rotting fist. Pretty dope. Alright. Whirlwind of sand. Spellcasting is already there. Oh. Damage immunities. Physical, necrotic, and poison. Oh. Yeah, like non-magical. Okay. Wow. Alright. So bypasses, we'll say silver, magic, and adamantine. There we go. Alright. And then we'll put physical, necrotic, and poison. Go. And then condition immunities. Why wouldn't a mummy have immunity to poison? Seems like an oversight. There we go. And I guess exhausted because you're already dead, and disease. Alright. And anything else here? Blasphemous word. Just causes stun. Man, these guys got some real shitty abilities. Blinding dust. Man, we could just call that blinding spores. That's fine. Here we go. Blinding spores. Alright. Blinding spores. Swirl magically around the Mummy Lord. Each creature within 5 feet of the Mummy Lord must succeed at a saving throw or be blinded. That's cool. Channel negative energy. Creatures within 60 feet of me can't regen hit points. Pfft, yeah, bring that shit over. Alright, cool. So he's a lot cooler and tougher than he was before. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll add him to the compendium before we forget. Druid. Elder. There we go. Get in there. Alright, cool. So that's taken care of. And then... game in 30 minutes. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Shit. I really wanted to finish this prep, but... there's like a lot going on in this area. I don't even think we got to the bottom of this document yet. Oh, there's just tips on how to run the bad guys and stuff. Oh, that's fine. Alright, let's take a quick look. Now that we got that settled, let's look at the rest of these maps. We got the Feigned Shrine, which is here. That's pretty cool. I know nothing about these shrines. We got the Galtheus tree, which is right there. And that's fine, because we'll just grab the Galtheus tree stat and drop it down. And then we've got the Inner Circle, which is this. And I guess that's the statue and all that jazz. So we will need to, like, deposit people on this map, unfortunately. And then we got the Inner Circle South, Winter Splinter close up. What grid size is this at? Or is this just like an overlay? No. I think this is set on... it's got to be set on like 10 feet, right? No? Okay. I mean, that's cool. Why would we need a close-up map then if we have the wide map? I don't know. So all that's there. And then Outer Circle, which I'm assuming is for sneaking up. So we've got that. And then getting up the hill. Jesus Christ. Alright. And yeah, that's it. Alright, so everything seems to be covered. That's cool. We would have to drop some actors on there, but I didn't realize what time it was until the alarm went off. I'm going to go get some food. I'm sorry for mislabeling my stream, but it is what it is. So, I'll be back in 30 minutes to run this game. Lexeus22, no. Dom Odyssey will be streaming it, and you're welcome to watch, or not. And Friday's coming up. Nothing special going on Friday. Saturday we got Red Handed Doom. Sunday we've got Strahd Daybreak and Mythic Odyssey. Monday we've got Odyssey Prime. Tuesday Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. Wednesday we're going to keep playing Dragon's Dogma for real. And then Thursday we'll be back here. I hope everybody has a good weekend. And I'll see you next time.